Senator, thank you for taking the time. How are things looking there?
Well, first of all, I don't like seeing all these people out there in the water thinking they're going to surf and all this. I mean, it's going to get pretty ugly
Yeah,
here.
we were saying the same thing. We're watching them with the riptides and everything else. Holy cow.
Well, yeah, I mean, first of all, Florida's not some surf capital of the world, so you've got people out there that are inexperienced. They're going to get sucked under. Someone's going to go in to try to get them, and that's going to cost them their lives. But, you know, what are you going to do? It's a free country. But it's unfortunate that people have put their lives on the line that way. That said, look, it's going to get – we dodged the storm, okay, and that's great. It's going to get ugly. There's going to be bad bands, rain bands and wind bands that come down from the outskirts of that storm. We're going to see, you know, over the next few hours, some real challenges there with the weather. And as far as people being upset about the evacuation, let me tell you, we take some things for granted. The National Hurricane Center has done a phenomenal job. If this storm had happened 10 years ago, that cone of uncertainty would have been twice the size it was now. They've gotten better and better every year at not just identifying where the storm's going, but where the storm surge threats are, so that we could, you know, only evacuate the areas that need to be evacuated. And I think Governor DeSantis did a great job sort of delegating that down to the county. We didn't have these mass evacuations. We had targeted, strategically located evacuations and didn't have those huge traffic jams and so forth. So a lot of credit to the local officials, a lot of credit to the National Hurricane Center.
You know, Senator, you've been through these hurricanes quite a few times yourself, and a lot of people sort of let their guard down when they heard that this had since been ratcheted down to a Category 2, but it's hugging the coast. It's moving very slowly. Apparently, it is among the slowest moving hurricanes we've seen, I guess, in your neck of the woods, you know, since 1965. So people sort of say, all right, the worst is over. What do you tell them?
Well, look, we didn't get a direct hit, okay? If this thing had done to us what it did to the Bahamas, we'd be having a very different conversation. That doesn't mean there isn't threats associated with this to people, and that doesn't mean there isn't a storm surge threat. I encourage people to go on the National Hurricane Center website. You'll see it on the map. And the second point that I would make is we've got to be careful about these sorts of storms anytime they come near. We've got this thing parked just off our coast. I mean, it's a powerful storm. Category 2 hurricane is a hurricane. I mean, it is nothing to play with. And so I think that the local officials made a prudent choice. We've got a few more hours left here. There's still some threat out there. It's important to people to stay off the road, stay off the road. If you're still being told to stay away from your home, do so. They're not doing this thing conveniently. There is a reason why they are saying.
You know, Senator, out of the blue, the mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, criticized the president and his handling of this from half a globe away, ripping him for missing out on an opportunity for this big trip to Poland, saying that, and I quote the mayor, he's clearly busy dealing with a hurricane out on the golf course. The president had some choice words back at him. But what did you think of all that?
Well, I didn't even hear the comment. It's irrelevant to me what the mayor of the city halfway around the world thinks. Bottom line is he should actually be expressing concern for the Bahamas, which is part of the British Commonwealth, which has been wiped out, which the U.S. is going to be a big part of helping, already is. I think you led your broadcast with our Coast Guard and folks that are on the ground. And as far as it's concerned from the federal response, people can say whatever they want. I can tell you this. We've had multiple storms under the Trump presidency. He has never said no to anything we have asked for. And for that, I think no matter who you intend to vote for or how you vote, people should be grateful. This White House has been very supportive of Florida after and before the storm.
You know, Senator, if this thing sticks around as it looks likely to, moving at all 1 to 2 miles an hour, slower than most people walk, this is going to be an issue for Florida for potentially days. Do residents know that? Are they really up to speed dealing with that? How would you describe it?
I think so. People are up to date on it. And plus, look, I'm in South Florida right now. I'm in Miami-Dade County, and there are still small little squall bands that come through here. But yesterday, as I was driving back from the Hurricane Center, we got caught in the middle of it. It's going to get even worse up north. You know, my daughter goes to college up north in the state, and she's not going to drive back till tomorrow because you're not going to drive through this stuff.
Yeah.
We had some folks die last night on I-95. They in the middle of what appears to be a storm, they got caught into that. So I do think the vast majority of people are taking it seriously. After every one of these storms, people say, oh, they made a big deal about it and nothing happened. But that's the point, that we don't control this. We can only tell you where we think it might go and the threats associated with it. And I think, as I told you at the outset, if this storm had been 10 years ago, we would have had 5 times as many people evacuated. You can't ask more than what the Hurricane Center has done to really narrow the track and be able to really strategically outline where it is we should be focusing resources.
All right, Senator, thank you very much. Safety to your daughter as well and all the Florida residents. Senator Marco Rubio joining us on the phone on the latest in Florida.